Hello and welcome to FESPA. Apologies if you were hoping to catch us live earlier. The connectivity isn't exactly what we wanted, so we've decided to do it again offline and then upload it to our LinkedIn, and hopefully that works. But I'm here at the Summa stand at FESPA 2022 in Berlin, and I'm here with Randy Cackart, who is the Sales Support Manager. Isn't that right?
Indeed,
yes.
Fully correct.
And it's almost the end of day 2.
Yeah.
Feet?
Well, this morning they were hurting.
Yes.
Now it's like dogs barking.
And your back?
It's getting better.
Oh, that's good. Not so bad.
It's being numbed by the pain of the feet.
I think my feet are better today than they were yesterday, but it's a very, very busy show. There are 8 halls in total, a lot of walking to do, and if you can see, an awful lot of people. It's taken quite a time to get some time with Randy free because there's so much going on behind me. But the reason we wanted to talk to you today is that Summa are Brett Martin's latest approved partner, which is, congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah. So an approved partner, just to explain, is when Brett Martin, as a manufacturer of rigid substrates, gets together with a manufacturer of equipment. As you can see behind, Summa makes cutting equipment. We also partner up with people who make printing equipment and thermoforming equipment. And basically what we do is we test the equipment together, and we want to know that our product works well on their equipment, and they want to know that their equipment works well on popular substrates like our own. And that way we can both learn from each other, and it's a very mutual relationship. And as well as doing tests in the safety of a demo center, we also at shows provide substrate to people like Randy, companies like Summa, and they use it to do the demo actually on the stand. So it's very beneficial for both companies.
Indeed.
But so these tests, they happened just before Easter, I think the week before Easter?
Around about a week before Easter, yeah.
And which equipment did you use?
So we used our F-Series range. So the F-Series is a flatbed cutter with an option to install a router on there.
Okay.
We basically have 2 types of routers. We have an entry-level one and the more professional HF router one. So we tried out both of them, and both worked perfectly on the materials that we tested.
So that enables you to tell your customers that whichever of the F-Series they're using with the router, then it's going to work with our substrates.
Indeed, and also advise them on the correct settings as well.
You mentioned that to me earlier about the settings. It's not a matter of somebody going in and setting it up themselves, is it?
No. Basically what we do is the software that we provide to the customer has a predefined library of materials. That library includes all the settings that we think are the best for that material.
From the testing that you've done?
From the testing that we've done. The customer has a bit of play. He can go faster, slower. But in general, if he uses our settings, he gets the best, you know.
A cut like this?
A cut like that at the best speed as well.
Very good. Yes. So Foamalux was one of the products you tested.
Indeed, yeah.
But you tested the transparent products again as well.
Indeed. The Marpet,
PETG, the acrylic as well. Macryl,
no.
What about polycarbonate?
We did test the polycarbonate as well. Yeah.
So a range of substrates that are opaque and substrates that are transparent. Now, when you're setting up that machine, is there a difference between the opaque and the transparent in how they operate?
The biggest difference is when it comes to the density of the material. Now, a polycarbonate is more, let's say, tougher, more dense than, for instance, a
foam PVC.
Foam PVC, because that's an expanded. Basically, there you have, I think it's a 0.6 density.
A little bit less.
Or a little bit less, but yeah. If you go then to an acrylic or a polycarbonate, you're at 1, at a level of 1. So the more denser the material is, the settings will be slower.
Oh, okay, yes.
Yeah. And also, certain other factors are affected as well.
Very good. And you tested a full range to make sure that you had as much knowledge as possible.
Indeed, because the more we know, the better we can help our customers.
You can do the settings. And then if customers of yours, when they're looking for a rigid substrate, what kind of things should they be looking for?
Well, for me, is the stability of the media. How consistent is the quality? And that's not only for the cutting, also for the printing. If you have a very consistent material, you consistently will get the same quality over every sheet. What you do not want is to have on your first sheet to have good quality, and then 5 sheets in, it looks awful. You want to have your complete production at the same level, and that can only be done with a very consistent quality.
And I'm guessing that your equipment also offers that consistency of how it operates and how the end product will be.
We do our best to have the highest quality control on all our machines. So it's kind of our, I won't say gimmick, but our flagship motto.
Yes.
We try to produce a high quality machines.
And when you're doing demos of your machines to potential new customers, as you've been doing here, it's important to you to have that consistency with the substrate as well?
Definitely. If you do a demo and you know the material will work, it gives you an extra boost in confidence. If you end up with material that you don't know, if you get material that has a very inconsistent quality, the demo is going to be rough. You're nervous, unpredictable, and then you have a lot of explaining to do. Basically, what you're looking at in a demo is that consistency, that confidence that you can relay to your customer. Because the more confident the demo guy is, the better the demo will be.
And then they will know if they purchase that equipment and they're using a good quality rigid substrate on it, then they're going to be able to offer consistency to their own customers. I know that for my colleagues, the sales managers at Brett Martin, what they find really good about this approved partner program is they can say to their distributors, because we obviously sell through a distribution chain, but they can say to their distributors, guys, if you're in somewhere and you see a Summa cutting machine, you can tell them that Foamalux works, Marpet works, Marlon works. You can give those distributors the confidence to go into another customer and say, this product I'm trying to sell you, it will work on that machine you have. And I think that's a really useful thing.
That's indeed a really useful thing. For us, it's also useful to know what kind of products you have. Because in a demo, customers come in, have one type of material, all of a sudden they talk about some kind of application, and then you say, I know Brett Martin has that type of material, and then you go towards that direction, and then he knows what the machine can add to his production, what kind of added value it generates for him.
But forgetting about us for a minute, because we're starting to sound very selfish, but it's actually very beneficial to the end users of the product.
That's for sure.
Because in these days, especially with the cost of production, the cost of manpower, the cost of materials, everyone wants to know that they're going to get something that's right first time, every time. And that's what our testing together, our approved partner program, can ensure that people do have that confidence so that they can use your cutting machines, use our substrates, and know that it's going to work.
For the customer, the most important thing is knowledge. And the more knowledge he can easily access, the better. Well,
I think that's us. Hopefully this has worked better this afternoon. Tomorrow I'll be at AGFA stand, who work very closely with Summa. We're going to try the live broadcast again, and if that doesn't work with the connectivity, we'll do it this way again. But either way, I'll see you at AGFA stand tomorrow, and we can watch their enormous Toro machine printing some of our substrate. So thank you very much. I hope your feet last the rest of the day. 2 more days to go.
2 more days to go.
Yeah, you can do it.
Yeah, I can do it. I can do it.
Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Bye.